Welcome to This Week in Crowder College, an in-depth look into how Crowder College students, faculty, and staff are working together so students soar to new heights, communities are impacted, and lives are changed. This Week in Crowder College is sponsored by the law offices of Wood and Peterson in Neosho, specializing in workers' compensation, personal injury, Social Security disability, and more. Learn more online at neoshoattorney.com. Now here's this week's edition of This Week in Crowder College.
Hey there, Four States. This is Luke Taylor. Welcome to another edition of This Week in Crowder College. And once again, we are going to welcome Cindy Brown back to the program. And she is the Director of Public Information out there for the college. She's going to be telling us about an upcoming book sale that's open to the community. And so, hey, Cindy Brown, thanks for joining us once again.
Thank you for having me, Luke.
Yeah, so the Crowder College Lee Library, what are they going to be doing next week?
So they have an annual used book sale, and these books come from community members. You know, we find lots of people that want to donate books to the library. Maybe we already have copies or something maybe we wouldn't use. We'll put these in this used book sale. There can be anything in there from kids' books to, we've had sheet music before, to collections of magazines and different things, hardcover books, softcover books, fiction, nonfiction, you name it, all kinds of things there. And we'll have that sale going on starting at noon on April 22nd and then running till noon on April 24th. It opens on those mornings at 8:30 and closes at 6:30. So we'd invite people to come in.
Yeah. What kind of books do you think they'd find as they come out there?
You know, I mean, a variety of everything. There'll be things like self-help books, or there'll be history books, fiction, and we'll have several children's books. We have, teachers who will donate their books. If they're not giving them back to another teacher, they'll donate books. Or our Friends of the Library is a pretty big group. We have people who've been in library stuff in the past, and so they may have a book collection. And so you'll even see encyclopedias in there once in a while. But we don't see too many of those anymore, but we will have some. I've seen collections of magazines, some that are kind of like Mother Earth, which is a gardening type, all kinds of how do you do things the old-fashioned way type deal, to maybe an AQHA Quarter Horse magazine collection, or the Magnolia collection of magazines. There could be anything, but it's just a neat way for people to recycle books that they maybe enjoyed. They can donate them and then come in and buy some that maybe they hadn't bought and get them at a really good price.
So it looks like this is going to be on a Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday this coming week.
Yes.
And this is during the day. I know we have a lot of homeschool families who listen, so this could be a good opportunity for them, because I know the homeschool kids love to read. This could be a great place to rack up a few more of those books.
Oh, absolutely. And we encourage the community to come in. That's why it's open 8:30 in the morning to 6:30 in the evening. So people on that Wednesday, and it's open till 6:30 on Tuesday evening, so that people can come in as well as our students and staff. Our library, and what they do with these funds is kind of good. They use it to do things. They purchase equipment, books, have lectures, speakers come in, or do special events throughout the year. So they use this money to do those promotions. I think what a lot of people don't realize, though, is our library is open to the public. So if people want to come in, they can actually use, like, they're from Neosho, Newton County, they can use their library card here. We'll give them a card and they can check out books. They can do things as well, which is nice. We also offer, we've participated in a program called the Mobius service. Mobius is a sharing service between colleges and universities and different libraries. So if there's a book you want, we don't have it in our library, and it's in the Mobius collection, it's actually shipped to our library, and you can check it out here and return it. And I've had to do that before on some books. And it's really great, because you maybe don't want to buy it, you want to read it, you want to look at it. Here's your opportunity. And it helps us not have to purchase books that we don't have the space for, those kind of things.
Well, I want to make a note to get there April 22nd. That's the first day of the sale. I want to head straight there.
Spend your lunch break. You can come out on your lunch at noon and buy a book, or two, or three, or four.
It'll probably be hard to constrain myself to just my lunch break. I'm sure it's got plenty of things to look at. But yeah, we do encourage the community to just come see what the book sale is going to offer, but see what everything that Crowder has to offer. And they have a wonderful library out there. So We'd love for people to come check it out, open to anyone in the community. And this is the 22nd, 23rd, and 24th. Is that right?
That's correct. Starting at noon on April 22nd, running to 6:30, 8:30 to 6:30 on the 23rd, and then 8:30 to noon on the 24th.
Okay. Well, hey, Cindy Brown, thank you so much for letting us know about this upcoming event and for all the things you do out there for Crowder.
Oh, thank you, Luke, for letting me share it.
Thank you for listening to This Week in Crowder College. This Week in Crowder College is sponsored by the law offices of Wood and Peterson in Neosho. You can listen to this broadcast again by going online to kneo.org or to crowder.edu. Tune in once again next week for another edition of This Week in Crowder College on KNEO 91.7 FM.
If you live within the broadcast area of KNEO Radio, we have a podcast just for you. The KNEO Community Connection keeps your finger on the pulse of what's coming up in the four-state area, telling you about upcoming events you don't want to miss, organizations in our communities doing great work, and conversations with the dynamic citizens who are behind it all. There's a lot going on around you that you don't want to miss. This is Luke Taylor. Join me each week as we talk about what's happening with the people who are making it happen. Brought to you by KNEO Radio 91.7 FM and the Sky High Podcast Network. Subscribe today wherever you get your podcasts.